Hey everybody, it's Yarrow. I'm playing a Warrior Rush deck. Now, basically, it's full of charge, anything that said charge, and anything that had stealth, basically. And with a few cards that do special things, some buffs. But anyway, I'm facing down a Paladin with this deck, so let's see what happens. So, with that draw, I didn't really like the Warsong Commander and the Stranglethorn Tiger, so I swapped them out. I get a Wargen Infiltrator, so I got a turn 1 play at least. Draw Arcanite, not useful at this time, but there's my turn 1. And then he responds by coining into an Amani Berserker. Yes. And so I figure, okay, no problem. I'm not really looking to go after him. I'm looking to do some damage. So he'll probably proc, and at that point it'll be a 5-1, so I'll have to trade out. Usually in Rushdown you don't want to, but when you got a problem like a 5-1 that early in the game, yeah, he'd rush me down before I'd be able to, so I'm basically forced to trade out my other 2-1, which sucks, but whatever. I still got that Wolf Rider, so I feel any turn that I can do some damage is good. 5 damage would have been better, but I had to prevent 5 damage coming back my way. So, there we go. Wolf Rider. It's probably going to die as well. Now here's something interesting happens. He reinforces. Reporting for duty. And he hand protections the new recruit, and then sacks the old one. That should be a tell right there as to what he's up to, what he's planning. Anyhow, Jungle Panther, and end my turn. So a turn went by and I didn't do damage, but it was unavoidable, and at least it's very difficult to kill the Jungle Panther at this point. He'd have to use a Consecrate, and just on one minion. So if he did have it, he figured it's not worth it, and he's shielding up. So again, that probably gives a little hint as to what he's planning. So, I have a few options here. I could use Arcane Golem, but I figure it might be a little bit too early. I give him a Mana Crystal, so he'd actually be at 6 for his next turn. And I think, maybe it's better to either use the Arcanite or the Stranglethorn. And I figure that I'll just throw out the Stranglethorn and get it ready. I'll save the Arcanite for, a potential end game situation where I can get that final smack in. Right? So I'd rather not have that Arcanite taken away from me with a Swamp Ooze. So, anyhow. So I hit him with the Tiger. He shields up again. And then he uses a Hammer of Wrath to get rid of my Tiger. And also draw a card. And then he simply has no other choice than to go after me. So I take 4 damage. I'm down at 25. I'm not too concerned. So my next play, well, I have options here. I can do quite a bit of damage with that Inner Rage. So I pump up the Tiger. I throw out the Arcane Golem, and even the Stone Tusk Boar, and even Armor Up as well. So I do a whopping 12 damage. He has no taunt walls up. He even threatened me, so I threatened him back. I think threaten is kind of like saying fuck you. So anyhow, I don't think he likes what I'm playing. Well, he thinks I'm dead. He thinks I'm in a lot of trouble. And so he plays another Divine Shield minion, and here's his big play. He gets a 15-15. And so he thinks he's pretty proud of himself. He thinks, alright, I got this. And I'm about to disappoint him, because even if he takes out my Tiger, which he needed to spend 3 minions to do, I got my Arcanite, right? So I smack him and take him out. And so that 15-15 he was building up all game for was useless. If he had a taunt, he might have been able to get some use out of it, but no. So anyhow, use some taunts. Alright, thanks for watching. See you next time.